Hi guys! Welcome to bookbinding video 3. This is where you're going to learn how to sew on the final cover to your already sewn signatures and cover. So you're going to take your cover and you're going to line it up with the holes. You have your thread coming out of one of the ends and you're simply going to do the same thing except for you're not going to go in between each signature this time because you're done. You're only securing it to one thing. You're done sewing your signatures on. So you're going to come out and go into the cover, into the outside of the cover. So I'm going into that hole. Basically just wrapping the thread around. Okay, so I've secured my cover on. But now I've got to do something with this thread. I don't want to go down because that's going to look messy. I can't go outside and down because that will look messy. You want it to look exactly the same as it looks on this side, on this outside edge. Okay? So we are going to, in order to achieve that look, let me fix this so you can see, we are going to go in the last signature. So the one that's touching your cover, it's going to be your topmost one. You're going to go into that signature right here, opening it up, see your needle coming in. You've already sewn here, so you already have a line. This very last one, when you sew on your last cover page, you're going to have 2 lines. It's going to be double the thread. Okay, so you're tightening it. It's secured. It's on there. You're going to go down to the next one, out, okay, and you're going to sew. It's a little harder once the thread gets thick, so you're going to want to just be real patient and gentle pulling it through so you don't rip a hole in your paper. You're going to go into the next hole of your last outside cover page and out the outside of it. Okay, so I've got that. Now I'm going to wrap it around, and to do so I'm going to wrap it around and come back inside that signature, that top signature. There I am, coming back inside the signature. Kind of tug on it to make sure it's taut, but not too taut to where it's warping your book. Go back in the signature. Outside the signature. Inside the book cover. Outside the book cover. Okay, I'm going to go around and inside the signature. Oops, sometimes it gets tangled on the corner. You just have to take it off your corner. Okay, into the next one. Out the outside cover. Around. Back into the signature. And you continue until you get all the way down to the end. We've got just 2 more. And you'll have created your very, very first book using bookbinding methods that have been around for really long time. In fact, that would be something interesting for y'all to research. When did this method start and where? And how has it changed since it began? I didn't come up with this method. It's been around for a really long time. Something else that we can do with bookbinding. Here I am coming back in, out the last hole. Something else that we can do with bookbinding is you can eventually get to the point where you make your own paper. And that can be really neat because you can use different plants to make paper. You can get really creative. You can make chunky paper. You can have paper that has things embedded down in it. And then you can use that homemade paper to make your books. All right, so this very last one, you're going to do the same thing that you've been doing. We're going to secure this very last part of the cover to this top signature by simply doing what you've been. Go back into the middle. Tug, and you're going to tie a knot. You do that the same way you tied the first knot, by going through, and while you still have this little loop, you're going to come around and in and just make a knot, just like you were tying your shoe. Tug it a little bit, cut it off so you have a little bit of a tail, and voila, you have made your very first book. So you see, it's not that hard after all. You have, looks like that on that side, looks like that on that side. Open it up, and you've got a book. Congratulations. Happy bookbinding!